Hiya folks, and welcome into episode 4 of our early access beta save with Brighton on Football Manager 26. I'm Russ. Today we've got 2 games here. We're going to be playing Aston Villa and West Ham. We've got loads of games in a short space of time, really. We've just beat Nottingham Forest. We then got Villa 3 days later. 3 days after that we play West Ham. So let's have a look at how things have gone since you were last with us. You saw the win over Chelsea. Since then, we've only lost 2 games. We lost to Man United 2-1, and we got absolutely hammered by Crystal Palace 5-2. But other than that, it's been wins and draws. So we beat Wolves, we beat Newcastle 3-2. We were 2-0 down in that game, as you can see from here. And then in the last 10 minutes, plus 5, let's say last 15 minutes with time added on, we come back and beat them. Like I said, we lost to Man United. We then beat Leeds 2-0, 2 goals from Matoma. Palace thumped us. We drew with Brentford. They scored 89 minutes, and that was really heartbreaking, but we move on. We just beat Forest 1-0 with a goal from Minte. So let's have a look at the league table. It's going to be on the side because you can't open it up any further. So we are in 9th at the moment. There's got to be a way you can open this up further. Where would it be? Match day? League table, there we go. Open it up in front of us like this. So as I said, we want it on points. There's a reason I was looking at that. We're in 9th at the moment. 13 played, 5 wins, 3 draws, 5 lost. Scored 23, conceded 28, 18 points. So we are a couple of points off of 7th place. I mean, if we beat Villa and we beat West Ham, we could be jumping up here. West Ham are... where are West Ham? They're just below us in 10th. 10th? I don't really understand this. Let's go with positions instead. There we go. They are just below us in 10th. I guess, and if I clicked on points, that's why they jumped behind Everton because of alphabetical. I'm just going to go with that. Reason I had it on the other screen, if we have a look at how many goals we have scored, we are in 6th place for goals scored, but we have conceded quite a lot of goals. We've conceded the most goals in the league at the moment, so our defence is quite leaky. So I've made a purchase. If we go look at transfers, we're going to be looking at transfer activity. Oh, nothing's coming up on there. I'm still struggling with this transfer thing. Transfer room in. No, it's not even that one there. Basically, we're going to purchase a goalkeeper in Keller, and I could probably get to it. If I go to portal and then messages, it is... There he is. Marvin Keller. So we're going to be paying quite a bit of money for him. If we click on here, it's going to be 17 plus million. So it's a little bit of money up front, and then the rest of it is going to be on the Never Never. It's 11 million up front, 6 million on the Never Never. So that's going to be our goalkeeper. I'm going to take Verbruggen out, put him in, and hopefully that should shore up the defence for us a little bit, I guess. No players have left us so far. If we have a look at the squad and then go to first team, I want to see, I'll show you how many goals we've actually scored with some of our players. So Matoma's top goal scorer is 6. Josh Sargent's got 4 goals now, which is good. He's got more than Danny Welbeck. 1 more than Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck has been injured. He broke his ribs. So, yeah, not really happy about that there. Let's jump in to the game against Aston Villa then. We are going to be going with... We need to put Sargent on the bench. I want him on I want him on one of these positions here. What's annoying me is because the suggested button isn't working, you kind of have to go in here to go through to advice, and then you go selection and ask the assistant manager to pick, but it doesn't pick all the substitutes. You kind of have to put them back in yourself. So Yari can have number 2, Hinchelwood 3, Sargent 4. Yeah, there we go. That's just the bench setup. So yeah, the team we're putting out there is Verbruggen in goal, a back 4 of Kadioglu, Dunk, Van Heck and Boyoma. Boyoma, sorry, he wants more game time, so we're going to pay him at right back. Milner and Timber, swap those 2 round because I prefer Timber as a deep line playmaker in the defensive midfield positions. Matoma, Ruta and Minte supporting Welbeck up front. I have changed the speed of the highlights as well. I've gone up to 2.0 purely because I want to get these episodes out quicker. As I said in the last episode, it was getting quite high to tackle harder on him. The time it was taking to get the episodes through was like 37 to 33. We managed to drop it down to 26 minutes or 27 minutes for the last one, but it's still too much for a YouTube video in my opinion. So we are going to try and keep it at this speed to see if that cuts it down to hopefully around about 22 minutes, which I think is a decent number until we can figure everything else out. It's going to be a little bit more time because of the talking I was doing before this game. But there we go. Right, highlights so far then. 7 minutes on the clock. It is Aston Villa on the ball at the moment on the left hand side. If we can win the ball off, then that'd be great. Minte sticks foot out, blocks the ball but doesn't win possession. It stays with Aston Villa. They play it over the top. There's loads of space over there. Kadioglu's now got it and created a stupid mistake. Aston Villa 1, Brighton 0 because of stupidity. Absolute stupidity. He's going to have to make it up to us now, get an assist or getting a goal. Because that is unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. Sold the goalkeeper short, knowing the attacker was there. We concede. And Villa just gone on the ascendancy here. Lewis Dunk scored an own goal. VAR's checking it, but it's going to count. It is going to count, but quick fire for Aston Villa. 2 goals in 2 minutes. They're just going to get away from us. It's going to be even harder to get into those top 7 positions to get a European spot at the end of the season. Not that we're going to continue the season on after. It's going to be pretty much what I do with most early access saves. We do one season as we learn the game, see the changes that comes into it, and go on from there. Aston Villa down the left hand side then. Put a tackle in. My word. Ruta with the ball then. Runs up this left-hand side. He's got no support at the moment. Players are flooding forward now. He's gone on his own. Forced to save out of Martinez. So we do have a corner, but nothing has come of it. We've had 7 shots, 3 on target. That seems to be the story of this of my Brighton side. Loads of shots. And loads of goals, but very, very leaky at the back. As you've seen from the first 10 minutes of this game. Conceding 2 goals. Hopefully we can get a couple of goals and get ourselves back into this one. It's not going to be in this half though, because we've got 3 minutes left to go and it doesn't look like any highlights coming. Although we say that, we've got a highlight now. Milner into Ruta, plays it over to left hand side where Kadioglu is, into Matoma's path, into the box he goes, loses the ball. Ball stays in the play by hitting the corner flag. We've headed it on to Minte. James Milner, Timber, Danny Welbeck into Matoma's path. Oh, he hits the post. Second bite of the cherry, hits the Aston Villa defender, goes out for a corner. The amount of times we've hit the post or the woodwork in this save is incredible. It just seems to bounce off it like it's a bouncy ball. Much better second half we want. Dunk's having a bad game, Kadioglu's having a bad game, so let's make 2 changes there. We're going to bring on Boss Cagley to go left back. And Croupier can go left back. Those 2 can swap round. That's the changes. This still doesn't collapse. It's just those little quality of life things. Spacebar works, which is great. Great that the spacebar works. Just want everything else to work now. Second half has been very, very quiet. We've had 13 shots, 5 of those on target. Aston Villa, 4 shots, 3 on target. More importantly, we've got 2 goals. Absolutely dominating us. Like, goal-wise, not everywhere else. Everywhere else is in our favour. We've got the possession, we've got the corners, we've got the XG. We're just not making it count. We are going to make a substitution here. It's going to be Josh Sargent coming on for Danny Welbeck, or let's take Ruta off. Danny Welbeck drops in to the attacking midfield position. Not going to make any more. We'll make last 2 around the 10-minute mark. Or 10 minutes to go. Going to go attack him. Corner's going to come in from us from the right-hand side. Back post, very, very deep. It has been clear. Matoma picks it up. Into the box he goes. There's one back. Karu Matoma. 7th goal of the season for him. Let's have a look at this one again. So Croupier's corner is, yeah, trying to find Van Heck. Konza clears it. Matoma's just there to pick it up. And then try and recycle it. Doesn't. Beats his man into the box. Little cute angle. Finds the side net in. 2-1. We almost picked up a yellow card here. Good save from Verbruggen. I think the ball was going wide anyway. Can we find a goal with 10 minutes to go? As I said, 10 minutes ago we will make a substitution. So it's going to be... what are we bringing on? Watson can come on for Minte because he's not really done a lot. And Milner can come off. Hinshelwood can come on. There's our substitutions. Can we make him count now? Be nice if we can make him count. Get an equalising goal. Danny Welbeck puts it across. It's the Aston Villa player. They get it clear and on the counter-attack. We're flooding men back. Aston Villa have sort of retreated for a little bit. Gone back into their half. Now they push it out to that left-hand side. Jadon Sancho just darts around everyone. And forces a save out of Verbruggen. Come on, boys. If we can salvage a point now, it would be fantastic. We've got 6 minutes of time added on. Is there a twist for us? Go on, I don't think there is going to be one. There's not. Gone well over the 6 minutes, and the full-time whistle does go. We lose at 2-1. Good that we're trying to get ourselves back into it. We'll say that to them. It inspires some of the guys. But it's a loss. And an unnecessary loss as well. We now have to go and play West Ham, who's lost as well. So teams below us haven't really caught us up. We now need to go and make it count by winning that game there. West Ham are in town then. So the team we're going to put out for this game is Verbruggen in goal. A back four of Kadioglu, Dunk, Van Hecke and Milner. Hinshelwood and Belieber in the defensive midfield positions. Matoma, Ruta and Gruda supporting Sargent up front. So there's a couple of changes. Croupier's injured. Forgot about that one. Right, we need to make a change here. Barclay can just go on the bench. Let's get out there. Gruda's, he hasn't got match fitness, doesn't play that much. Minte's unfit as well because we played 3 games in, what, 7 days? Or 8 days, so these players do need a rest. Jarrod Bowen, mark him tightly, yeah. Let's address the team. It's important we make use of the home advantage. Let's go that to the boys. Didn't really say a lot. Does spacebar work on here? It does. There we go. There's too many screens to go through. Far too many screens to click continue through. That needs to change. In my opinion, it does need to change. How is this game going to go? We're lining up the same formation. Jarrod Bowen leading the line for West Ham. I was really unhappy with the 5-2 loss to Crystal Palace, being one of Brighton's main rivals. Milner then into Gruda. Comes into the centre of the pitch. There's no one out for a wide option for any of our players yet. Kadioglu into Belieber. Working it through the centre. There's Matoma. And it is an own goal. Brighton 1. West Ham 0. Let's have a look at this one then. Belieber feeds it into Ruto. Turns it to Sargent. Rolls the ball to Matoma. Just takes one touch when he's in the box. Has the shot. And yeah. Deflects off the defender. Goalkeeper's hand puts it into the back of the net. We'll take it. I don't care how they go in, as long as they go in for us. As I said, Brighton 1, West Ham 0. Matoma's got the attack on here. Sargent into Hinshelwood. Bundled over in the D. Gruda's going to take this free kick. And to be honest, wasn't a bad effort. Got it over the wall, just didn't get enough dip to get it under the crossbar and force a save out the goalkeeper. More of those, please, lads. More of those. Be good if Verbruggen can get a clean sheet in this game as well. Be vital for him. Where does that put us in the table? Up to 8th. I don't like how it says that we've gone down a position, even though we've climbed. I think that's 2 positions we've climbed there. Very, very strange. 35 minutes on the clock. We are in control of this game. 6 shots, 2 on target, 7 shots now. Possession of 70, 71. West Ham have been... I mean, we stifled them. They've only had 1 attack so far, and it is us on the attack again. Rooter with the ball into Sargent. Plays it back to Belieber. Where's the breakthrough, boys? West Ham are sitting very, very deep. Hard to break down. Last time we went down the left-hand side. Looks like we're going to try it again. Kadioglu into Matoma. Beats his man. He's in the box. Cuts in. What a goal, Karu Matoma. That is phenomenal stuff. Let's have a look at this one again from the angle that's far away. Comes in, sells his man short, creates the space and just curls one beyond Hermanson into the back of the net. Brighton 2, West Ham 0. I'll take that. Take that any day. In fact, I'll take a third goal here. Gruder runs up to the right hand side, gives it to Milner, who gives it back to him. Beats his man, cut it back. He does, into Hinchelwood. Back heels to Milner. Belieber. Milner tries to thread the ball for the eye of the needle. Just didn't work then. Matoma. The Sargent. Back. Oh, I mean, look, lovely passing. Absolutely fantastic passing. Just one touch stuff to create the space. Josh Sargent with a goal. I mean, look at this. There you go. One touch. Matoma might have took 2. Rooter took 2 to control it. Sargent there. Never getting that. Goalkeeper's never getting that. It's out of his reach. 3-0 before half time. Brilliant. Especially after... Oh, Gruder's picked up an injury. I was going to say, especially after the Villa game. I don't like this here. It's weird. It needs to be beside it, not on top of the player. Who's coming on? Watson, come on. That's the change. And we'll collapse that down. Let's get rid of that. What is this second half going to be like? West Ham have offered nothing so far. So I'd like us to go on and score more goals. Watson just beat his man. He's got more men round him. Gives it back to Milner. Lewis Dunk. Van Heck. Back to Lewis Dunk. It's really good passing. Sargent's come deep to get the ball. There's Watson. Tommy Watson. Brighton 4. West Ham 0. Let's look at this again. Watson just turns. Milner's got it. Plays it forward back into Watson, who's got all the time in the world. Picks his spot and just places it. There's no power in it. It is just a placed finish past the West Ham goalkeeper. And we're going to go again. We are going to go again. This time down the left-hand side. Kadioglu did well. Rode the challenge. Found the pass. Belieber back into Dunk. Just lovely passing for us, although that was one too many. Dawdling on the ball a little bit, Belieber. Luis Hermes. I think we had him when we were at Dundee in Football Manager 24. I liked him. That was our first shot on target. The second shot of the game. I'm not going to make any changes unless our players are looking tired. Who's the most tired player on the pitch at the moment? It is Matoma and Kadioglu. So changes on that left-hand side at some point. Although Matoma is on a hat-trick. So if he scores a hat-trick, he comes straight off. Kadioglu then into Lewis Dunk. Belieber. Where's the breakthrough? Hinchelwood into Watson. Tommy Watson goes out to the byline. Gives it to Milner, who puts it across to Josh Sargent. Saved by the goalkeeper. We have a corner. Nothing comes of it. We're at the 70-minute mark now. I can't keep Matoma on any longer. Where is he? There he is. Who can actually play out there? Costellus can go out there. And then we will also bring on Boskagli for Kadioglu. We've won this game, so we don't really need to push any further. Dropping down a balanced has been... It's saved us, really. I don't say he's going to get a yellow card. He's not. Good. Yeah, dropping down a balance has saved us. When we were playing positive, it really wasn't working. How would they not scored there? How? The goal was open. And I know they were offside from the second pass, but... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Tom Watson then, into Router. Josh Sargent goes back to Router. The space there. Hinchelwood with the shot. Good save from the West Ham goalkeeper. I did think it was going to carry in, but it hasn't. We're still 4-0 up. We haven't got the 5th goal just yet. We're still in 8th, which is good. 5 points behind Villa. 7 points behind Chelsea. We'll make our final 2 substitutions in a minute. We'll take Josh Sargent off. We'll bring on Danny Welbeck. So, I mean, it was a good challenge there. Bowen's offside. He's not offside, actually. Love Verbruggen. They've got 1 back, so there's no clean sheet bonus there. Saves us a little bit of dollar. Like I said, let's make those changes. Josh Sargent come off. Danny Welbeck is not on the bench, actually. So we will bring on Gruder. Where is he? Where's Gruder gone? There he is. Oh no, we took Gruder off, didn't we? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't actually know what... do you know what? Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it like that. I don't know what I'm doing. Crazy old man. Crazy old man. Let's just ride this game out. We've got seconds to go. Blow the whistle, ref. There he goes. 4-1 winners. Lovely, lovely stuff. At least we're turning the goal difference around now. It's not fantastic turning the goal difference around, but it's a start. It is a start. Exit out of that one. Exit. We can't exit out of that. We go to the portal. League table. No, we don't do it that. We do it this way. League table. So we are in 8th now. 1 point clear of Palace. 3 points clear of Brentford, who's got a game in hand. Goals scored 28th. Conceded 31. Fulham's now jumped ahead of us, which is good. We've got -3 goal difference, so we can turn that round with a couple of games. Speaking of a couple of games, if we go to overview and then fixtures and schedule, when are we coming back? I'm thinking we come back for the Everton and Palace game. Get a bit of revenge on Palace and put a couple of goals past Everton. We should be in a good position. I mean, although the Everton game might be FA Cup. So if it's FA Cup, we'll do FA Cup and Palace. If not, it's Everton and Palace. How does that sound? If you guys have enjoyed that, big thumbs up on the video from me. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already done so. And as always, folks, thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.